What if Luffy was overpowered and trained by Shanks? Now, some spoilers or whatever you want to call it. Luffy will be aged up by 1 year. The shipping will be a harem. I'll let you know who the harem members are later on, maybe in the next part. What else? He will have Haki earlier, that's for sure, and he would have a total of 12 devil fruits. Now, the devil fruits, he will be a swordsman as well. Now, the devil fruits that he would have Doflamingo's devil. He'll have Doflamingo's devil fruit, Kaido's devil fruit, Marco's devil fruit, Luffy's real devil fruit, which is called, if you don't know, it's called the Nika, or not Nika, Hito no Mi, Model Nika, Whitebeard's devil fruit, Law's devil fruit, Katakuri's devil fruit, Akaino's devil fruit, Aokiji's devil fruit, Blackbeard's devil fruit, and Nail's devil fruit, and the gold fruit from One Piece film Gold. Now, I know that's not canon, however, I really do enjoy the devil fruit, so deal with it. Now, with time skip, when Luffy's 4, the mayor would be running through the village saying, pirates are here, and so Luffy would get excited as, due to Garp's training at an early age, he was very strong, fast, and durable, and kids his age saw him as a monster, as they never wanted to play with him, because whoever's team he was on, they would just end up winning no matter what, so they didn't want to play with him. So eventually, Luffy would just grow tired of him and stop playing, and just hang out with Makuno. Now, Luffy, seeing Shanks walk in, would be excited, seeing as he always liked pirates. He heard about Goldie Roger and how he's the freest man in the world, and so he wanted to become like Roger, the Pirate King. And so he would ask Shanks about piracy and just overall ask him, well, Shanks and his men just drunk booze and ate. He would eventually ask if he knew who Goldie Roger was. Now, seeing as he was a little bit like Roger, very wanted to be free, as he had asked, why did Luffy want to become a pirate? He said he wanted to be the freest man in the world, just like the Pirate King. And so he would say, yes, he was, at one point in my life, the Pirate King was my captain. Now, Luffy would be very awestruck, saying, wow, the Pirate King was your captain? Amazing. And so Shanks would tell him stories, some like small stories about Shanks as well, or as tell him about his story as a pirate, as well as some stories about Roger, as well as say, as I never asked your name, what's your name, kid? He would say Monkey D. Luffy, and so Shanks would be shocked that this was a hero of the Marines' grandson. He said, you know who your grandfather is? He would say no, and so Shanks would give him, or Luffy, a little bit of backstory of his grandfather, saying how your grandfather is known as the hero of the Marines, as he's a vice admiral and very strong. And so Luffy would grow shocked, but also be happy, saying, wow, my grandfather is that strong? Sweet, so cool, I'm gonna ask him to train me more later. And so Shanks would just grow shocked, but overall be happy. As we time skip 6 months, during these 6 months, Shanks has told Luffy more about his adventures. However, during this day, Higuma the Bear would walk in, saying, so these are pirates. They look nothing more like wimps, as he will order alcohol from Makuno, the bar lady. However, Makuno will say that she's out, and the bandits would point out, saying, well, what do these guys have? Juice? Shanks would explain to him, would say, sorry that we drunk it all. And so Higuma would say, and Shanks would offer him an empty bottle. However, Higuma would say this is not enough and smash the bottle, and eventually say that I have a bounty of 8 million. However, Luffy did not think much of him as saying, idiot, Shanks has a higher bounty than you. However, they did not know that, and so Higuma would also cut at Shanks. However, he would just duck under it and cut in the bar. However, what they didn't know is that when Higuma the Bear broke the bottle, a glass shard would hit Luffy under his eye, and so that would cause him to whimper. However, they did not want to do something as he had slashed Shanks and the counter, so they wanted to be ready just in case something happened. However, when Higuma the Bear left, Luffy would cry, and they would see that the glass shard was under his eye and bleeding a lot, so they would treat it. And so after time, he would say that he has a really cool scar. Now, he would see devil fruit on the side, and growing hungry, he would eat it. And so Shanks, seeing this, would be shocked, saying, spit it out. However, his legs would just turn into rubber, saying, Luffy, do you know what kind of devil fruit did you eat? As there's two. There's the Gumma Gumma me in there, and then there's just a plain white one. He would say, yeah, I ate the plain white one. They would say, oh god, it's even worse. They would then explain that they don't know. Lucky Rouge and Shanks would explain what a devil fruit is, and they don't know which one he ate. All they know is it's very strong. And so Luffy would grow very strong, but also happy, saying, wow, I was strong devil fruit. Sweet. One day I'm going to be stronger than you and the Pirate King Shanks. As he would smile really big, like he does in the anime, Shanks would see a small image, a splitting image of Roger and Luffy, and so he would smile. As a week passed, Higuma the Bear came in the bar and started stuff. However, Luffy did not care much for it. However, the bandit would grab Makono inappropriately, and he wouldn't let her go. And so Luffy would ask the bandit politely to let her go. However, he wouldn't. So Luffy would just straight up sucker punch him and force the man to let Makono go. And so Luffy would start fighting them. However, when he was fighting them, a black coating would cover his fist as he had unlocked Armnet Hockey, punching them a lot harder than his usual punches. Seeing this, the bandits were shocked as he had only taken up one-on-ones. However, Luffy was also shocked, asking himself, what is this? However, in a small delay that he was distracted, the bandits all jumped him and tied him up. Now, the mayor, or Shanks, would just be coming in town to get more drinks. As he would see what was happening and ask what happened, Makono would explain to them Shanks what happened, and so Shanks would go up to the bandits saying let him go. However, they wouldn't, as the bandit had pointed a gun at Shanks' head. However, Lucky would also be beside the bandit pointing a gun at his head. He said do something about it, and the bandit would ask what does he mean, and so Shanks would explain that guns are for action, not threatening, and so Lucky Rouge would shoot him overall. And Ben Beckman would ask Shanks to let him handle it, so Shanks let Ben Beckman handle all the mountain bandits. And so Higuma the Bear seeing how his men just got absolutely annihilated by this group of pirates, he would leave, taking Luffy with them. Now, as Higuma, the Lord of the Coast, they're out on the sea, and the Lord of the Coast had just came up from the sea, killing Higuma the Bear, as well as making Luffy fall in the water. However, when he set his eyes on Luffy, Shanks will jump in and save him, losing his arm in the process, as well as unleashing Conqueror's Haki. However, what they didn't know was the Lord of the Coast had a kid, a small but still big Sea King would emerge after the Lord of the Coast had just left, ready to aiming to finish off what their parents started. However, Luffy would say, go away, and unleash Conqueror's Haki without even realizing it. And so, seeing this, Shanks would grow shocked. However, Luffy would be crying to Shanks, saying, Shanks, your arm. However, Shanks wouldn't think much of it and say, I gave it up to protect you. And so, at this point on, Luffy would see Shanks as a big brother. Time skip 1 week. During this week, Shanks had explained to Luffy what Haki was, and Luffy would point out, oh yeah, when I was fighting the stupid mountain bandit, my hand turned black when I was fighting them, and he would say that's called Armor Haki, and Vel explained observation and Conqueror's Haki to him. This would shock Luffy as well as everyone else. However, he would go happy, saying, cool, I could be stronger now if I train this correctly, right? And so Shanks would say yes. And then he would explain, I'm going to go do some adventures, and in about 6 months or so, I would come back with one of my friends to train you in hockey, as long as your grandfather's okay with it. So, Luffy would agree, as well as Garp, or Shanks would contact Garp, explain to him the situation, asking if he could take him for a few years to train him. Garp, at first mad, would agree, saying that the world government cannot know this, so they would agree. Now, during these 6 months that Shanks is doing his adventures and everything, Ace, Sabo, and Luffy will be found. They become brothers and friends eventually. They become friends and eventually brothers, as well as Sabo getting, Luffy was training more of his devil fruits, the Gumma Gumma Me, the Ice Fruit, or Akanu's Aokiji's Doflamingos, and just the super destructive ones. So, as he would also create some special moves like Gum Gum Pistol, Ice Spikes, Ice Lance, Mochi Mochi no Mi, just random attacks that aren't too destructive. However, the most destructive attack that he has is with the Ito no Mi, aka No Flamingo's Devil Fruit, and he calls it Parasite, where he attacks, attaches or string to somebody's spinal cord or makes him do what he wants. They're kind of like a puppet. Now, during this time, Sabo's father had tried taking Sabo. However, due to Luffy's new attack, he would use Parasite on them and explain to them that they're under his control now, and if they even so much as come too close, he'll kill them all. He'll force each other to kill them all, as well as kill everybody else in the kingdom until they die. So, they would grow shocked, however, they would stay away, and then eventually Sabo would try to set sail. The Celestial Dragon would shoot his boat down, however, Dragon would save him, as Sabo would still get the scar over his eyes. However, he would keep his memories intact, and Dragon would take him to the Revolutionary Army. Luffy, upon seeing that, Luffy and Ace thought that Sabo was dead, and without knowing it, Luffy had accidentally turned into the Ura no Mi, had turned into his dragon form by accident, and he was shocked. However, he was overcome by rage, and so he would go down to the Celestial Dragon ship, turn into his human form by accident, control everybody, and make them kill each other. Before he killed the Celestial Dragon, someone took a picture of him and sent it to the world government thing. And so, Luffy would kill the Celestial Dragon. Now, the world government seen that a kid, nonetheless, had killed a Celestial Dragon, they would grow shocked. However, they would instantly put a billion berry bounty on his head, and the world would be shocked that a kid had killed a Celestial Dragon, and now it's worth a billion bounty, or has a billion bounty, or berries on his head. And so, bounty hunters from all over the world would come to Luffy, go to Luffy's location. However, they didn't yet, as they didn't know where he was. However, as time went on, people would find out. However, just as one of the bounty hunters was about to strike, Shanks and accompanying him was Dark King Rayleigh as well as Garb would stop, say what was going on. And so the bounty hunters seen that Yonko, the Sea, Shanks, Dark King Rayleigh is the hero of the Marine Garb, all here. They would all run away, and so they ask Luffy what's happening. And so Luffy will explain everything, as well as crying to Garb, saying, "Grandpa, I miss him." However, Garp would just say that, "Hey, we don't know if he's dead. We never found the body, so maybe he might be alive." This would give hope to Luffy and Ace. And so Shanks would introduce Rayleigh would introduce himself. He's saying, like, "My name is Silver Rayleigh, nice to meet you." And Shanks would say, "Vice Captain, that's not very nice." When Luffy heard Vice Captain, he would ask if Shanks really was the right-hand man of, the first mate of the Pirate King's ship. And so he would say yes, and this would make Luffy really say, "So cool," and this would shock Ace, saying that this was his old man's right-hand arm. So he would go up to Rayleigh, and say, "Can you tell me about the Pirate King?" And Luffy would say, me too. However, he would see that Luffy just wanted to know about his adventures and how he acted. However, or just to know about his adventures, or Ace wanted to see, or Rayleigh could see and sense his intentions, as well as seeing his eyes, that Ace wanted to know more about him, like how he acted and all that. He would ask, why does he want to know how the Pirate King acted? And Garp would point out that's his son. And so this would shock everyone, or not everyone. Luffy would already know, but this would shock Rayleigh as well as Shanks. However, Rayleigh and Shanks would smile and ask Luffy is coming along, and so that's what they do. As well as Garp would also tell some stories that they didn't know, such as the God Valley incident and other stuff. And so, as time passed, they spent a week just with each other, and then Shanks would explain to Garp, as well, or Rayleigh would explain to Ace, saying that if you want it, you can have Roger's sword. However, Ace was not interested, and he said, "I'm not really interested in swordsmanship. You should ask Luffy for it, as I know he's interested in swordsmanship." And so they would ask if it was true, and he would say yes. And so Luffy would overall just start to... And so when they learned about this, they would say, alright, well, as they had just been training their muscles as well as their observation hockey and locking in and training it, so they would say, well, time to get serious in training. So they would take them to where Luffy would train during the 2-year time skip, and just train them there in their armament and observation. And for Luffy, he would learn swordsmanship, his hockey, as well as learning how to control conquerors and how to control his devil fruits to a very good degree. Out of all his devil fruits that he would train the best, it would be the Goma Goma no Mi, as well as the Magu Magu no Mi, aka. So yes, as well as those two were his most used and easily trained. However, as well as Marco's devil fruit, as he would also always heal himself whenever he accidentally do too much damage. Luffy would ask Rayleigh for Roger's sword instantly. However, Rayleigh would say, you need to get stronger as well as older, as the sword would be too big and too strong for you. So, Luffy would agree, and so, during this, and basically, they would train, and so, Luffy's 6, Ace is 8, as in this, I don't know how much older Ace is, so Ace is just going to be, Ace and Sabo are going to be 2 years older than Luffy. So, they would come back to Dawn Island, or Fuchsia Village, or just go wherever Luffy was born, and they would stay there and train more. Due to the fact that they were scared of Luffy, the Great Eternal never got burned down, and when Sabo woke up and learned where he was and who Dragon was, as well as what happened, he would ask Dragon to train him so he could be strong, and one day meet up with his brothers. So, Dragon would agree, and so Luffy or Sabo would join the Revolutionary Army. Time skip to when Luffy's departing. Well, Luffy's departing. This is Luffy's last day, as he's departing from the East Blue, as he's going on his adventure. Ace had just left 2 years prior, and now Luffy, here he is at 18 years old, ready to leave as well. So, Luffy is on his small boat as he's leaving. However, during this time, Luffy's name will be known as his bounty. I decided to increase it or decrease it from 1 billion to 500 million. So his bounty, now that he beat up a bunch of Marines as well as bounty hunters, is now 650 million berries. So, still a big amount, but still, nonetheless, very small compared to some people's bounties. So Luffy would be departing as he would get sucked into a whirlpool and eventually be on Alvida's ship. There he would meet Kobe, and Kobe would explain to him that he wants to be a Marine Admiral, and he would ask, due to the fact that nobody really knows what current Luffy looks like, as he is wearing a cloak, kind of like similar to Katakuri's, as well as covers his face, so people wouldn't really know what he looks like now. He would say he wishes to be the Pirate King, and so Kobe would say that's stupid, and that you'll die. He would say, at least I'll die trying, and so this would inspire Kobe to become a Navy Admiral. As time went on, or not time, Luffy would eventually ask Alvida, go up to the deck and ask Alvida for a ship. However, Alvida would ask who he was, and so Luffy would take off his cloak as well as his little thing a mask covering his face, and he introduced himself as Monkey D. Luffy, and Alvida wouldn't believe him at first until he showed his powers. Now this would scare Alvida and her men, and he would simply ask for a ship, and so they would, and while this was happening, Nami was robbing them blind. So they would go, Luffy